What's up, MSFers? We've got a huge recap to go over. First up, if you're having trouble finishing the last node in the hardest difficulty of the Hard Light campaign, fear not, as they will be adding the Energized trait to the Secret Defenders later today on the 24th. But if you're a real pro, you'll finish it without them, like me. Hard Light campaign improvements is an unusual way to phrase it. Lots of references to Lucy and her football on this one. Scopely had content creators reeling to change, correct, or repost their videos over this information. In the end, they did change the milestones so that players could reach the things that they needed. Monguli says 300 cores to unlock Miss Marvel Hard Light, while Boylon says if you want her at 4 stars, you'll have to spend at least 400 cores on her campaign event. And if you're interested in the leaderboard information, be sure to check out Scotty's video who goes over it with his henchman Dorky Dad. And speaking of Dorky Dad, he covers Robbie Reyes with his new video called Robbie Rex. I think that's supposed to be spelled with a W, but we know what's going on here. Speaking of the new Ghost Rider, Tana has a video out about Robbie's release method. He says that you'll need to place high in Arena and spend those Arena credits on special milestone point offers, much like the Teen Loki event. This isn't something you'll necessarily need to hoard for. However, this is going to benefit spenders just a bit more, as they'll have access to the new Arena meta before most players. So be sure to push hard in Arena while you can and get that high placement. If you're one of the gluttons for punishment that fought your way through Tech 1.5 incursion raids, then you'll be working on the Mutant 1.6, and Pathfinder Gaming has the video for you. He goes through these. Pathfinder always putting out excellent information on how you should be approaching these raid lanes. I was fortunate enough to be invited to an episode of Let's Talk About It with Taco Shooter featuring Ty J and Toxie, the brains behind MSF.GG, now MarvelStrikeForce.com. We talked, among other things, about improvements to the site, like features for leaders and players to help with recruiting. Those look amazing. We also talked about web blitzing and the return of the ISO 8 counter assist stuff. This is a great video. Be sure not to miss it. For all of your Marvel Strike Force news with a minimal amount of self-promotion, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Run7, bringing you yesterday's news today. Lots of references to Lucy and her football on this one. In the end, Scopely they talk about a variety of The Blazer Buddies are back in action.